So you're throwing up some pretty big numbers on that board there for October 5th.
Yes, definitely. We did see some new records yesterday in the northwest corner of the state, including McMinnville and Hood River, setting new record high temperatures. But even here in Eugene, making up to 85 degrees. Yesterday it was 88 in Corvallis, another 90-degree day on the map. That was in Medford. Head out to the coast, sunny and warm for you as well. Got all the way up to 77 in North Bend, and then back into the 80s for folks in Brookings. It was mid-80s in Central Oregon, even upper 80s through the Columbia River Gorge. Definitely not looking like October. Here's the almanac for yesterday's date, where we would typically be. 70 degrees is the average high temperature for this time of year. We were 15 degrees above that. In fact, closer to record setting than normal, even here in Eugene. That record 92 set back in 1980. Obviously, no rainfall yesterday. We have yet to see rain in the month of October. That is going to change, though, later this week. Obviously, not today. Here's a look at that sunrise this morning. A beautiful start on this Monday morning. Not a cloud in the sky. We do have a little bit of patchy fog at the base of the foothills, and then also out near the Eugene Airport, where temperatures this morning are sitting at 50 degrees. Winds are calm. That pressure is still above 30 inches, and humidity is high for now, but that'll start to drop as we head into later this afternoon. It's not just Western Oregon that is clear. It's the entire state. In fact, it's the entire Pacific Northwest and the entire West Coast, completely storm-free, and that's because that jet stream is so far to the north of us, continuing to take all of the storms up into western Canada. High pressure here at the surface, just off the Oregon coast, also continuing to keep those skies completely clear with the exception of the fog. That's going to weaken over the coming days. It's going to allow a return to onshore flow. So we'll see more and more morning clouds with each day. And then that jet stream is going to start to drop back down to the south. Check this out. This is our jet stream forecast, if you will, over the next week. And what's going to happen is that jet stream is going to drop, eventually getting here to Western Oregon, because it has to follow these lines of constant pressure right about where that green is. So watch that green color. It gets further and further to the south, and it's not until this coming weekend that it gets closer to Oregon. Eventually, that's going to be shooting right here into Western Oregon, and that's going to bring the storms back to Western Oregon. And the first one that we'll get here will be from that typhoon, which just hit Japan last night. We'll see some moisture from that, bringing us some rainfall later in the weekend. Not today, though. Today it's still sunny, it's still dry, and it's still warm. It's back to the low 70s along the coast. A little bit of patchy fog, but that will not persist for long. The Umpqua Basin, you're headed back to the mid-80s. Full sunshine for you as well. Through the Cascades, it's back to 80 degrees at Oak Ridge. 77 at Willamette Pass today. Mid-80s again for those of you in Central Oregon with that full sunshine overhead. And for the valley, very brief patchy morning fog. Otherwise sunny and dry through the rest of the day. And those high temperatures do get back to the mid-80s. For the next 7-day stretch again, we drop a couple degrees with each day. For those of you along the coast, down to 66 by Thursday, increasing morning cloud cover, and then you'll see those first showers by Saturday night. For the Umpqua Basin, from the mid-80s to the mid-70s by the end of this week, not seeing the rain until Sunday. For the Cascades, you're moving from the 70s back to the 60s, even low 60s by Sunday, with some heavy rainfall for you on the way this weekend. And for the Willamette Valley, again, we'll see those temperatures dropping a few degrees with each day. 70 degrees by Sunday. And